First up is the Startup CEO.
Hi, on the money. Glad to be here. My name is Joycee Awojoodu. I am the MD CEO of Oriki Group. And what's Oriki? Oriki is an all-natural luxury personal grooming brand that is proudly African, I might add. Oriki is very passionate about cultivating the natural resources that are abundant in Africa, and also in making a personal grooming brand that can compete in the international space and on the global space with other counterparts. We have a group of companies that not just include the products, which I might say are 32 different products for men and women that range from serums, body washes, moisturizers, exfoliates, shaving materials, you name it. We also have the Halo Hair Clinic. In addition to that, we also have the men's grooming parlor. And last but definitely not least is the Oriki Spa. The Oriki Spa is home to treatment rooms that are all about making sure that you have relaxation in a luxurious and effective way. In our treatment rooms, we have facials, massages, body treatments, wraps, scrubs. We have a chance for you to have a luxurious shower and steam room. It's a chance for you to pamper yourself and get away. I think anytime that you start a business, you're taking a risk. And for me, I've always been passionate about natural ingredients, skincare, and most especially I've been passionate about Africa. And so for me, it was more about timing. I decided that I was going to actually go out there and do it, even though it seemed much more audacious and bigger than I could imagine. It was all about just making it happen. And so I set out to start the journey. I just had to put the missing pieces together, figure out how I was going to do it, whether it be investment, savings, starting small, starting big. And so that was my journey. Just deciding to go out and do it was first and foremost. I had to first of all start with research, and it took a lot of that. The benefit to my business is that it's natural ingredients. So the level of testing that we had to do, as opposed to a company or a brand that uses chemicals, was a little bit less because we're using natural ingredients, herbs, botanically based ingredients as well. And so research, I first and foremost, every single one of the items that you see on the shelf in Oriki, I bottled myself and formulated initially. And I created them in little testers, decided to find a factory, and decided to look in Nigeria first and foremost for a perfect factory that could partner with me and to create R32. And unfortunately, I couldn't find one. That was one of the low points of this journey. It was quite emotional for me because from day one, I wanted to produce all my products in Nigeria, but it wasn't possible. So then began to look out for a manufacturer and also a testing laboratory that could take the formulas and make sure that they were right, that they would work, that no one out there would have any issues using the products. And that was part of the journey. And that takes capital as well. And so I decided that, I'm going to prepare myself to be in front of any and everyone that could invest in the business. But I wasn't going to go out there and do it yet. I wasn't prepared yet. I had to get myself prepared. And that first and foremost to me was a business plan. A concept report first, actually, a business plan. And I'm going to share you guys the concept report. The concept report is key. It is so essential to make sure that you have actually done all the research it takes to make sure that your brand and your company will succeed. So everything from your numbers, who are your competitors in the Nigerian market and in the world, what are your strengths and weaknesses, what is your SWOT analysis, what are your numbers going to look like. That was very important for me. Then I had to also say, okay, besides the concept report, let me create an information memorandum. And what that is a document that basically shows the potential investor how much money they need to put in and what they would get in return and over how long, and justify those numbers. And I did that. And I found what I thought would be, an accurate number based on all my research, based on things like how much the real estate would cost, the renting of the property, the producing of each and every one of the products, staff, all those different things. I put those together and created an information memorandum. And guess what? I think it was my faith and getting in front of the right people. I had a number of investors who were willing to speak with me. And at that point, I had to make a choice. Was I going to allow an investor to come in or was I going to save? And I chose the investment route, and it's beneficial. And you know, when you're choosing an investor, it's quite important to make sure that your investor brings more to the table than just capital. So in my case, it was important to work with a firm that actually also brings together other skills that I might need. I'm actually trying to build a brand that when you walk through London Heathrow Airport or New York Airport, you're seeing stands of Oriki. When you go to Harrods or Macy's, or you travel the world, Paris, London, New York, Oriki's everywhere. And people say, wow, you know, that's that African brand. It's a proudly African brand that's made it to the top. And that's what we're trying to do. I would be able to actually sleep a little bit more when we get there. And until then, I'm not sleeping. Words such as passion, impact, execution, ambition, tenacity, and faith. Those things drive me. In all honesty, I actually wouldn't build Oriki if it wasn't for the impact that I want to create. I didn't say that Oriki for me is much more than these finished products that people see on the rack or the services that we offer in the showroom or in the headquarters. We also have a passion for farming and for agriculture and for cultivating the natural resources that are actually in each and every one of these bottles. So we have the saying, from plant to profit, from botany to bottle, from farm to factory. And what we're trying to do is basically build an industry where we're taking the shea butters and we're taking the aloe vera, we're taking the cocoa, and we're exporting. And we're building that market up, and agriculture needs to come back. That's my personal goal. I want to be a part of the players who bring agriculture back and bring it to the limelight and ensure that it becomes a big contributor to GDP. And so passion has to drive me in order to make that happen. Impact, there's a bigger goal behind it, empowering the farmers, empowering the artisans, building up trade and export and the export industry, building up agriculture as a whole, tenacity and ambition. You cannot build a business like this without having the drive and the ambition to make it happen. Every morning I have to wake up and tell myself that, Joycee, you can do this. You're not crazy. So Oriki is all about luxury, it's all about Africa, it's all about cultivating natural resources, it's all about personal grooming, and it's all about you. So I really want you guys to come, see what I'm excited about. Visit us here in VI, in the showroom, in the spa, in the hair clinic, in the men's grooming parlor. Come and experience everything that I've talked to you about and see how this journey has evolved into this location. Thank you very much. I hope to see you soon. This is the VIP room, so it's another massage room, but also women can come in here and say, I want to get my pedicure, my hair, my massage, everything done.
It is important to have a plan, to know who you are, to stay focused. Being a business owner means no days off, for now. But put in the work now and you will be able to relax later. Stay on the money.
Bye guys, thank you guys for coming. I had such a great time with you guys. I got some work to do, so I gotta go, but I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.